you guys doing? You know, I'm feeling pretty good about myself right about now, too. Whew. But I got to tell you, it wasn't always that way. First of all, thank you so much for recognizing the inner Halle Berry. All this laughter and fun that you're seeing me have right now, it wasn't always this way. That's why, no matter what, no one would ever steal my smile again. Because there was a time I was just like that turtle, hidden, scared, looking out at the world, but not stepping out into the world. Not a good place to be. Pretty lonely, frightening, lonely, scary, lonely, all those words. Notice I kept saying lonely, right? Because that's where fear leads you. All by yourself. At least that's the way it appears to you. Now, my lonely didn't just pop off on me overnight. It kind of grew on me. I'm about to feel like the Beverly Hillbillies. I was about to say, let me tell you about a story about a man named Jed. But I am going to tell you a story about a woman named Renita. My son and I, my family and I lived in Georgia for a little while. And at one point, my husband and I were together. And he decided to leave. We moved to Virginia. My son was in senior in high school. And boy, the rules for Virginia were so different than the rules for Georgia to graduate. I mean, you just get your credits in Georgia and you keep on moving. But you move to Virginia, they want you to write a paper, and it got to be good, have some content, you know, all those things that teenagers really don't want. And then he had to choose a topic, had the nerve to choose the topic, pro-religion in school. Really? Really? So you know who had to do most of the work, right? Yeah, because he was getting up out of that high school one way or the other. So we finally, after 3 tries, got him to finish the paper, and he passed. So guess what? He graduated. I really should say I graduated because I did the work. I found the tutors. I did all the work. And yay, he's graduated. The party is on. Oh, yes. I had my proud mommy moment. I was so proud of him. Y'all don't understand, do you? Let me help you. He got through high school and not just graduated. He did so well in athletics. Then he ended up, after he got that paper finished, had a really good GPA and was ready and set up to go to college. I was so proud of this kid. I was like, dude, you can party all you want to. Just stay out, you know, stay from upstairs. The party stays on the bottom level of the floor. And they partied. I had teenagers in my house almost every night. Oh, pray for me, y'all. I'm having flashbacks still, Jesus. Other folks' kids in my house. But they partied, and they partied, and they partied. They had the best of times. But that's as nice as that was and as pleasant as that felt, 10 days later, my whole life changed. I had my son, who just graduated, my oldest daughter, who was a junior, about to be a senior in high school. Then I had this cute little 5-year-old daughter, Cassandra, sweet little thing. Now, me and my husband were separated, and for me, we didn't get along, but I was never going to stop him from seeing his daughter. So graduation going on, he says, I want to come over and pick her up. Okay, fine. You can pick her up. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. And again, that's not unusual because I'm going to let you see your child whenever you want to. So he comes over and he picks her up. I go upstairs and I grab her. Come on, Daddy's downstairs. You're going to go spend the day with Daddy. And I hand him the baby, Cassandra, to Daddy. Ooh, let me go get her clothes. And I go upstairs. I'm about to lose my mic. And I go, yeah, I'm about to lose my mic for real, y'all. I moved too much. So I grabbed her clothes and I give it to Daddy. And I say, oh, I'm going to watch this cute daddy-daughter moment. He's going to dress her, because dudes, as much as I like y'all and everything, y'all know how to dress no little girl. So I'm sitting there, I'm going to have to show him how to do this, but this is going to be cute watching him try. And I turn to my left, and that's the last clear, conscious thought that I remembered for the next 3 days. I woke up in the hospital with 13 stab wounds. 150 staples and stitches held my body together. In that corner, where you see between the sofa and the stand, is where my older children found my body, bleeding, with my youngest screaming, "Help, Daddy's killing Mommy." I woke up in the hospital wondering what happened and why. After I got home, I was terrified. I was scared to leave my own house. I wouldn't go to the mailbox unless somebody was with me, and then the police finally gave me one of the little things you wear around your neck, so if you are out and something happens, you can push the button and they'll come right to you. They gave me one of those. I still was scared. They registered my phone that even if somebody picked it up and put the phone down, they don't ask questions, they're coming. They do that now automatically, but back then they didn't. They would keep calling back, and, "Is there a problem? Is there a problem?" Well, duh, if I called you, there must be a problem. Anyway. So I wouldn't leave my house. I was terrified. It took everything, like I said, for people to go, had to walk me to the mailbox. There was a point, and I really can't tell you where or how or when, but there was a point right around October, November. Y'all do know this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, right? This is the time when you really should pay attention to the people who are around you. You should be doing that all along anyway, but this is the time when you should really be more aware. During Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I had the opportunity to speak at this church, and they told me, just tell your story. Even if you just stand up there and say, "I survived," and sit down. Start telling your story. Start using your voice. Start spreading that energy, because if you let positivity in, negativity gots to go. They can't reside in the same place. So I did that. I started talking, like I said, to a small church, and then my advocate said, "Okay, I need you to go to the General Assembly. I want you to talk to them." Wouldn't go at first, but then they talked me into it. "Okay, you get to this time, to this time, this time, this time." But because I did not let negativity trap me in a box, I had the opportunity to sit in a conference with President Barack Obama talking about domestic violence. When you free yourself of fear, there is nothing that you can't do. The possibilities are limitless. Nothing. Now, let me ask you something. Now, this is what I do. Because of the fear, and I stepped away from it, I now talk to other people, and I hand them tools so that they can be free from their fear. I do small groups. We do music therapy, art therapy, and on that poster they wrote, "I am worthy, I am enough, I am whole." And that became our mantra. We said it like 12 times every time we had group. They see me now like, "I am worthy, I am enough, I am whole." Okay, you said it. Soon you're going to say it like you mean it. But I just need you to say it. It's okay. Then we started doing journaling. Behind the mask. Now, all you see is the front of the mask. And that's what we all show. We all send our representative out first. Y'all dudes know. Y'all ladies know. You go on a date, you don't order that big steak you really want. You get that Caesar salad and say, "Oh, I'm so full." Then you go home and crack over the freezer and everything. Y'all know what it is. But behind those masks, each one of those ladies wrote down what their true heart feels and fears were. Behind the mask, you cannot fix what you will not face. If I had stayed in that little box of fear, in that little shell of all by myselfness, my nonprofit, Voice of the Victim, would not have been birthed. So many people have been helped not just because of me, but through the organization, and not just because of me, because I'll shift people off if I can't help you. Oh, there's another organization. They got what you need. There's another one over there. Oh, go to that person right there. If they didn't have this conduit, where would those people have been? Where would they have gotten their help? You are somebody's conduit. You are the path to somebody else being free. My book has been written. It's funny. A bunch of short stories, poems about my life. And mainly it tells other women it's okay to be mad. You don't have to be the one to take care of everything. You are good just like you are. And men, it's good for you too, because if you can understand that a woman ain't got to take care of everything and be everything for everybody, she ain't got to wear that big S all the time, then you'll learn to appreciate her in her realness, in her pajamas, wearing them fuzzy slippers, and I'm going to walk around with this on my hand because I just dropped this mic. You'll learn to appreciate your mate, your person, just as they are. Because you should have got together complete people anyway, right? Because, you don't go to somebody to complete you. You should be complete, and then y'all complement each other when you get together. But if I had stayed in my fear, this organization wouldn't have happened. That book wouldn't have happened. So my question to you, what is your fear? You have to identify it. You have to own it. Why? You can't fix what you don't face. You gotta face it. You gotta admit, I'm scared of, and then say, how do I get past it? Then you say, what are you willing to do to go through your fear and walk in your purpose? Because just on the other side of fear is what you're supposed to be doing with the rest of your life. Feel the fear and just do it anyway. Y'all know what that is, right? Yep. It's like, I don't know if y'all saw a Tyler Perry movie, say, teeter-totter, and jump. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate you listening. Be great. Hey.